Have you ever wondered about the 7 wonders of the ancient world? The Great Pyramids of Giza still stands tall. But what about the others? Among them, one remains the most mysterious, the most debated, and perhaps the most beautiful. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. For centuries, its legend has captivated historians, archaeologists, and dreamers alike. But did this botanical marvel, a mountain of green in the middle of a desert city, ever truly exist? Today, we're diving deep into the sands of time to uncover the truth behind this enchanting legend. The story most of us know comes from ancient Greek and Roman writers. They painted a picture of an incredible, multi-tiered garden, a man-made mountain, lush with trees, shrubs, and flowers from all over the world. Imagine terraces rising one after another, like a giant, green staircase reaching for the sky. Water, a precious resource, was supposedly lifted from the nearby Euphrates River through a complex system of pumps and channels, creating waterfalls and streams that cascaded down the structure. It was said to be a paradise on Earth, a cool, shady retreat from the scorching Mesopotamian sun. So, who built this wonder, and why? The most popular tale credits King Nebuchadnezzar II, who ruled Babylon in the 6th century BC. The legend says he built the gardens for his wife, Queen Amit. She came from the mountainous land of Media and was homesick for the green hills and valleys of her childhood. To ease her sadness, the king commanded the construction of this breathtaking garden, recreating a piece of her homeland right in the heart of his flat, dusty capital. It's a beautiful, romantic story. A king's grand gesture of love for his queen. A testament to a ruler's power and a husband's devotion. But here's where things get tricky. While this story is incredibly compelling, there's a huge problem. When we look at the historical records from Babylon itself, there's a strange silence. We have thousands of cuneiform tablets from Nebuchadnezzar's reign. They detail his military campaigns, his monumental construction projects like the Ishtar Gate and the city walls, and even the daily administration of his empire. Yet, not a single one mentions a massive, tiered garden. It's a baffling omission. If you built one of the 7 wonders of the world, wouldn't you want to brag about it? Nebuchadnezzar was known for his grand inscriptions boasting of his achievements. So why leave this one out? This lack of direct evidence has led many scholars to believe the Hanging Gardens of Babylon are nothing more than a myth. A beautiful fabrication passed down and embellished by later writers who may have never even been to Babylon. They might have been combining stories from different places, creating a composite, idealized image of an exotic Mesopotamian garden. The descriptions we have are often second-hand or even third-hand, written hundreds of years after the gardens were supposedly flourishing. It's like a game of historical telephone, where the story changes and grows with each retelling. Frustrated by the lack of evidence in Babylon, archaeologists have spent decades searching for the garden's foundations. They've excavated vast sections of the ancient city, but have found no definitive ruins that match the descriptions. Some have pointed to a large, vaulted structure near the southern palace, with thick walls and a series of wells as a possible candidate. The wells could have been part of the irrigation system. However, its location doesn't quite fit the classical descriptions, and its true purpose is still debated. Without a clear archaeological footprint, the gardens remain lost, a ghost in the city's ruins. But what if everyone has been looking in the wrong place? A fascinating and more recent theory, proposed by Dr. Stephanie Dawley of Oxford University, suggests that the Hanging Gardens weren't in Babylon at all. She argues that the gardens were actually located hundreds of miles to the north, in the city of Nineveh, the capital of the rival Assyrian Empire. Her culprit, not Nebuchadnezzar, but the Assyrian king. Sennacherib. Dr. Dawley's evidence is compelling. Unlike in Babylon, we have extensive texts and detailed reliefs from Sennacherib's palace in Nineveh that explicitly describe his magnificent gardens. He boasts of creating a wonder for all peoples and details the advanced technology he used, including a revolutionary water screw to raise water from the river. The palace reliefs even depict a lush terraced garden planted on an artificial hill, irrigated by an aqueduct. The images matched the classical descriptions of the Hanging Gardens almost perfectly. So how did this massive mix-up happen? It's possible that when the Assyrian Empire fell and Babylon became the dominant power, the stories of the magnificent gardens of the north became associated with the more famous city of Babylon. Ancient authors, writing centuries later, might have confused Nineveh with Babylon, which had become a symbol of Oriental luxury and power in the Greek and Roman imagination. Essentially, Nineveh's garden got a new, more famous address. This theory cleverly explains both the lack of evidence in Babylon and the striking parallels with Sennacherib-based creations in Nineveh. This alternative theory has gained a lot of traction, but it hasn't completely settled the debate. Some historians remain skeptical, sticking to the traditional location in Babylon and arguing that the archaeological evidence may simply be lost to time or yet to be discovered. The Euphrates River has changed its course over the millennia, and it could have washed away any remains of the gardens long ago. The mystery, it seems, is part of the garden's enduring appeal. So, were the Hanging Gardens a romantic gift in Babylon, an engineering marvel in Nineveh, or a beautiful figment of the collective imagination? We may never know for sure. Each theory has its champions and its challenges. Perhaps the gardens were a real place, whose memory became distorted and misplaced over time. Or perhaps they were a story, a symbol of a lost golden age, a Garden of Eden in the heart of a great empire. What the legend of the Hanging Gardens truly represents is our fascination with the past and our desire to connect with these ancient civilizations. It's a story about human ingenuity, the power of love, and the enduring beauty of nature. Whether they were built of stone and soil or simply of words and dreams, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon continue to grow in our imagination. They remind us that some of history's greatest wonders are not just the things we can see and touch, but the mysteries that still challenge us to explore, to question, and to dream. What do you think? Did the gardens exist? And if so, where? Let us know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical mysteries. See you next time.